Hello everyone, this is Yoda from Team Evil Geniuses, bringing this video with Nerdstomper.com. This video is going to be covering neutral creeping. It's actually from filling out a request that was filled out on our forums. By the way, be sure to check out our forums. I definitely check it regularly, do videos based on requests, and also enjoy reading feedback and answering questions on the forums. It's a great place to check out. So, that out of the way, on to the video. So this video, once again, is only going to cover the basics of jungling. It's not going to cover my Whispering Helm strategy. That one is going to be in the next video. Anyway, so basics of jungling. The first thing you need to know is that every time the first neutral camp spawns at the 30-second mark, and from then on, it spawns at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. minute marks. So the way it spawns is basically the game checks if the area is empty, and then if the area is empty, then it'll spawn. So empty means basically the reason it does that is so that basically when you kill the camp and then walk away, it'll come back, it'll like spawn again, and then when you come back, it'll be there, right? But a certain abuse in the game is to not kill the camp, but still get it to spawn again. You do that by luring the creeps away from the spawn point before the game checks if they're there or not. So essentially that means that between the 50-second mark and the 56-second mark, if you attack or get in aggro range of these creeps and move them away, then by the time they come back to the camp, the game will have found that there was nothing there, and then there will be 2 stacks there. In HON, you can actually only make stack 3 times, so there can only be up to 3 stacks here. So there's a limit on it, but it's an extremely useful tactic for, like, saving up farm early, just efficiently using the jungle, and it's definitely something you should perfect if you're going to be utilizing the neutrals properly. It's definitely a huge farm boost. So one thing that will become of that is that, notice how I said that there's a window, between 50 and 56 seconds where you can attack or aggro the creeps to draw them out. So one thing people like to do is double stack. So that means that they will aggro this at 50 and then aggro the closest creep camp, which is this one, at 56. So watch as I do that in this custom game or practice game. So at 50, I'm going to attack it once. And then there's a little nook here where you can aggro these creeps from, which makes it really easy. So I aggro them, and now it's crucial minute mark. Look. So the game detected that these creeps were not back yet, so there was nothing here, so it spawned. And the game also detected that these creeps are not here yet, so this spawned. So double stacking this and this is a popular tactic that you're going to want to use a lot, pretty much every time you play Hellborn. It's really effective. Basically, these creeps are now really easy to kill. Just two area effect nukes is going to finish this off instantly, and 4 area effect nukes is going to finish this off instantly. Obviously, with a hero like Myrmidon, who only has 1 area effect skill, it's less effective than other heroes, such as any hero with Rune Axe obviously clears stacks really quickly. Soul Stealer is super good at killing these, and Pyromancer and Torturer are also fine. Basically, you're looking for a hero with area effect skills to clear the camps. Even if you don't have a hero with an area effect skill, like, stacking is still good because it's just efficient use of the jungle. If you consider, like, stacking it is almost like killing it over again, as long as you have the power to do so. So anyway, that's how you stack this camp. There's going to be a couple more clips in the future, like for the rest of this video, of how to stack other camps. Alright, so the next best place to double spawn Hellborn is this camp and this camp. Obviously, usually this camp is going to be warded to stop your team from creep pulling, but after like the 6-minute mark, when their ward is gone, or if they didn't ward it to the beginning, you can double stack these creeps pretty simply too. It's pretty easy here. There's like no nook or anything you just have to walk through. You basically just have to attack this and then walk here. This is actually especially good to double stack because not only are these creeps pullable to the lane, which means that you can get your help from your computer-controlled units killing the creeps. They're also more powerful. Like this stacks a small camp and a big camp. This, however, stacks a big camp and a medium camp. So you're getting a little bit more, like, I guess, bang for your stack, as they say, by stacking these two. Anyway, it's pretty simple. You just wait for the 50 mark, attack this, and then walk over the other one and attack it and move away. One note about double stacking is that it's a lot easier when you have greater mobility. Obviously, with a hero like Myrmidon, you have a lot more mobility. Like, you could just hit this once and then waveform over here and hit this, and you'd have like you'd have a lot more extra time, so it'd be easier for you to stack. I purposely didn't do it in this video so that you could see that it's not only doable with Myrmidon, you can do it with any hero. It's without marchers, you have to do it. Your timing has to be really precise. But after you have marchers, you can pretty much just do it anytime. So that's how you stack that camp. Alright, so that was how you stack the Hellborn jungle. Here's how you're going to stack the Legion jungle. So this is actually going to be a triple stack. These three camps in the Legion side are stackable. So watch as I do it with the Hag here. So at 50 you hit this one, then you move here at the little nook. See that nook? That nook aggro these creeps. So then it's pretty simple. You just walk up and hit this and move away. Once again, well, hold on. Let's just watch this. So stack, stack, stack. So that's triple stacking. Triple stacking is obviously extremely effective because it's kind of like stacking, except you did it 3 times. This also stacks 2 medium camps and a big camp. The problem with stacking medium camps is that sometimes it spawns wild hunters, and those cannot be killed by area effect magical skills, which is generally your plan for killing stacks. But it's still like free to stack it. Like you might as well triple stack if you're going to stack anyway, since it doesn't cost you anything. So if wild hunters spawn, it kind of sucks, but it's still like something worth doing. So that's how you triple stack. Once again, make sure you do it when you're playing support. And if you're playing any carry hero that has an area effect ability, then be sure to do it, because it makes up for some extremely quick farming, and it's a huge boost when you do it. So on to the next clip. Now for the Legion side, you can also stack these 2 camps sometimes, but this camp's creeps are bad for stacking. Basically, if they're Ebolas or Antlors, then you won't be able to pull them or stack them. Like you can single stack them, but you can't double stack, since Ebolas and Antlors are a lot less cooperative in terms of aggroing towards your hero. So Ebolas suck to stack. I'm going to attempt to do it in this clip, but it's going to fail. But anyway, make sure you stack the big camp though. Stacking the big camp is much more important than stacking the small camp. Stacking the big camp is worth like anywhere from 150 to 200 extra gold. Stacking the small camp is worth maybe 75. So it's hugely key to stack the big camp instead of the small camp. Anyway, watch as I pull them. So 50, I do attack them, and then I move down and aggro these at 55. Now watch. 57, 58, 59, 8. So these creeps are still not in the spawn, but they're not spawning because Ebolas suck. So this did spawn though, so that was good. But I really hate Ebolas because they don't spawn. There's nothing really you can do about it. If you see the spawn as Ebolas, then just don't bother trying to double stack. I just did it for the sake of this video, so you'd see it doesn't work. But Ebolas and Antlors cannot be stacked. The other ones can be stacked. So I guess that's that. So anyway, the next concept I want to talk about is neutral pulling. So this camp on the Legion, this camp on the Hellborn, and this camp on the Hellborn are pullable to the lane. Pulling creeps to the lane is really good because it gives you, first of all, it gives you an advantage in the laning phase, since the other team will lose the experience for the creep wave that is fighting here, and any creeps that die are obviously not going to give them the experience. And also you're getting extra experience and gold for killing these neutrals. On top of that, the lane gets pulled closer to your tower, which is really good for you. Anyway, this camp is stacked because I stacked it earlier in this video, but it doesn't really matter. If you stack it and then pull it to your wave just completely dies and the enemy team gets completely denied. So it's good to stack before you pull, but generally you're happy just to be able to pull because usually this is warded. But if it's not warded, then pulling is extremely powerful, so watch as I do that. You can pull this anywhere from the 43 to the 47 mark. Between those times, if you attack it, it will hit your wave. 45 is generally the proper time to do it, since you don't want to mess up. So hitting it at 45 is good. So obviously once I pull it, since there's 2 stacks, not only am I getting a lot of extra gold and experience for this, my creeps are also dying, so the enemy team is going to be missing experience. So that's how you pull this side on the Legion. So that was how you stack the Legion side. The Hellborn, basically, this camp is actually pretty much just identical. You just attack it, and then these creeps. The window's exactly the same too. It's 43 and 47 is the window, so that's this one. Next place to pull is this camp. This camp can be pulled. Oh, I forgot to mention. So for this camp and this camp, which we've already shown, They're pulled at the 45, but you can also pull them at the 15. So 13 to 17 are the times for that. Basically, you can pull it every time your creep wave passes, and that's every 30 seconds. So it's not every minute; it's every 30 seconds. I just wanted to clarify. So this one, it's going to be at this creep spawn is going to be the third pullable creep spawn, the only other one on the map. This can be pulled basically when your creeps are walking by the tower. So between 23 and 26 are the times you can pull it. So watch. I walk into this little nook which aggroes them, and then I just pull them up, and my creeps fight them. The enemy creeps are actually kind of close here, so they got aggroed here, but you can still see how the pull worked. So I pulled them, and then they're fighting here. And if this camp is stacked at all, the creeps will instantly die, and that is how you stack that one. So this, or not how you stack, this is how you pull this one. So creep pulling is another extremely important tactic for you to learn, since after the 6-minute mark, this camp and this camp are generally just free, and you should be pulling them every time they're available if you're in the lane. Since it's basically just free golden experience that you can get, and not doing it would basically be a crime. This one kind of pulls them like closer to the lane, so it's not as free since it's easier to contest. But you should be, if there's no enemies in your lane, you should definitely be pulling this, because once again, free golden experience. No reason to miss out on it. So that's that for creep pulling. It's also it for actually this video. So thanks for watching. Once again, this is Yoda from Team Evil Geniuses, bringing you this video with Nerdstomper.com. Be sure to check out our forums to leave any questions or comments you have there. I definitely check them often. And be sure to stay tuned for part 2.